Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep. We're going to go right to the very core of how our universe works, and maybe more importantly, how we work. We're going to decode the invisible principles of vibration that science, especially quantum physics, tells us shape absolutely everything, from the cosmos down to the life you're living right now.
All right, let's just jump right in with this massive idea from one of history's greatest minds. When Nikola Tesla said this, he wasn't just talking about building cool inventions. He was pointing to a fundamental truth about reality itself. And the wild part? Science is now showing us just how spot on he really was.
So what is this big secret anyway? Well, it's the idea that this solid world we see all around us, it's not quite what it seems. And look, this isn't just some new age philosophy. This is a concept that's actually deeply rooted in modern science.
That's right. Almost 100 years ago, physicists discovered that what we think of as solid matter is basically an illusion. Modern quantum field theory takes this even further, saying the universe isn't made of little particles at all, but of these invisible, vibrating fields of energy. As one physicist put it, the universe starts to look less like a giant machine and more like a great thought.
Okay, to really get this, we need to nail down two key terms. Everything in the universe has a vibration. It's always moving, always shaking. And the speed of that shake, that's its frequency. So a rock, a tree, you, me, we're all vibrating at our own unique frequency. And that's what determines what we are.
Now this is where it gets really interesting, because this universal law applies directly to you. You're not just some bystander in this vibrating universe. Nope, you are a part of it. And you have your own personal frequency that you are broadcasting out every single moment of every single day.
And what powers that broadcast? Your thoughts and your feelings. Emotions like love, joy, and gratitude, they vibrate at a really high, fast frequency. On the flip side, emotions like fear, anger, and guilt, they vibrate at a much lower, denser frequency. These aren't just feelings trapped inside your head. They are real, energetic signals you're constantly sending out to the world.
And if you doubt just how much power is in your thoughts, get this. Your brain, just sitting there thinking, eats up a quarter of your body's total energy, 25%. That is as much energy as a marathon runner's leg muscles use during a race. Your thoughts are an unbelievably powerful force.
And that brings us to this absolutely crucial idea, the law of resonance. Think of two tuning forks. If you strike one, another tuning fork nearby that's tuned to the same frequency will just start vibrating all on its own. Your energy works just like that. You don't attract what you wish for. You attract what you are. Your entire life is basically a physical reflection of your dominant frequency. So, that kind of begs the question, right?
If it's all about vibration, then why can't we just think positive thoughts and, get everything we've ever dreamed of? Well, the answer is because there's a kind of conflict going on between two different broadcasting stations inside your own mind.
Here's a mind-blowing fact from neuroscience. About 95% of your day, your thoughts, your actions, your feelings, is run on complete autopilot by your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind, the one with all your hopes and dreams, it's only really in the driver's seat about 5% of the time.
And here's the real kicker. That subconscious program, the one running 95% of your life, you didn't write it. It was downloaded, mostly in your first 7 years, just by watching and listening to other people. And get this, psychologists estimate that 70% or more of those programs are disempowering, self-sabotaging, and limiting. So you can be consciously broadcasting a desire for success with your 5%, while your subconscious is automatically broadcasting a deep-seated program of self-doubt 95% of the time.
Now, I know that might sound discouraging, but it's actually the opposite. This is where your power is. Because of something called neuroplasticity, the brain's proven ability to literally rewire itself, you can rewrite that 95% program. The secret isn't to try harder with your tiny conscious mind, it's to install a whole new operating system.
So let's get practical. Here's the formula. First, you have to state your desires as if they're already here, right now. I am, not I will be. The subconscious only gets the present tense. Second, you guessed it, repetition, repetition, repetition. That's how the brain builds new pathways. And third, and this is a great hack, use the theta brainwave state, that drifty, dreamy period right as you're falling asleep. Your conscious mind's guard is down, which gives you direct access to the subconscious.
We've all heard this saying, fake it until you make it. Well, this is the science behind why it works. It's not about being phony. It's the core rule of neuroplasticity. You are acting as if you're already the person you want to become.
By rehearsing those new thoughts and feelings, you are literally building the brain circuitry for that new reality. Once the program's installed, it's automatic. It just becomes who you are.
So to create a really powerful new program, your affirmations need to cover 3 key areas. The formula is actually super simple. It starts with your new identity, I am. Then you define the feeling that goes with it, I feel. And finally, the result, what you now have, I have. Put those together and you've created a complete, powerful blueprint for your subconscious to build from.
Okay, so you're doing all this work. You're impressing these powerful new ideas onto your subconscious. But then you're going to hit one final, and I mean very intense obstacle.
As your new high-frequency idea starts to take hold, it collides with the old low-frequency program, and your body, which is totally used to that old vibration, goes into chaos. You get hit with this wave of intense fear, doubt, and anxiety. This is what we call the terror barrier. It's basically your old programming fighting for its life, trying to scare you right back into what's familiar, back into bondage. This is the exact point where most people give up and turn back.
But, and this is so important, understanding that this barrier is coming is the key. When that fear hits, you can see it for what it is. It's not a stop sign. It's a sign of progress. It means you are right on the edge of a breakthrough. Pushing through that wall of fear, that's what gets you to the other side, into freedom, and into that new reality you've been creating.
So, what's the big takeaway here? It's that you are not a victim of your circumstances. Not at all. You are a powerful broadcasting system, and you are constantly shaping your reality with the frequency you hold. And while most of that broadcast has been running on autopilot, you have the scientifically proven ability to grab the controls and rewrite the whole program. The only real question left is, what will you choose to create?